Hello, everybody. Today, I'm just going to be talking a little bit about Tsingtao in Japan in World War I. First off, I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about where is Tsingtao. The city of Tsingtao is in the Shandong province in China. The Shandong province is in eastern China. So what is Tsingtao? Tsingtao was a German-occupied naval base. It was in China, where it is now known as Qingdao. Tsingtao garrisoned 4,000 troops. August 15, 1914, Japan issued an ultimatum to Germany. Japan demanded that Germany hand over Tsingtao and withdraw its ships. When the Germans refused, Japan declared war on August 23, 1914. Japan's main reason to join the war was to take Tsingtao. The battle was largely forgotten today, but was very important as it saw as the first air attack launched from a ship. It also saw the first nighttime air raid, and many of the tactics used were used later in the war. Japanese siege methods that were used during the Russo-Japan War were used in this battle. The Japanese troops were led by General Kamio Mitsuami. Generals of the siege. These two men are Major General Nathaniel Barnard and General Kamio Mitsuami. Major General Nathaniel Barnard was sent to Tsingtao with 1,500 troops and a naval force, and when they arrived, they joined the Japanese in the siege. General Kamio Mitsuami was the general of the Japanese troops. His tactics were what allowed them to win the battle. He used night raids and avoided the costly frontal attacks earlier seen in the war. This allowed him to not waste men and advance his trenches. Tsingtao origins. Tsingtao used to be a minor fishing village. It grew during the Qing dynasty, where it developed a large junk trade. Junk is a type of Chinese ship. In 1880, with the establishment of a fleet of ships, China began to realize the city's strategic importance, and they built a minor naval system and began to fortify the city. In 1899, the city was declared a free port. A free port is an area where goods can be handled, and Germany began building a European-style city and infrastructure, such as railways and other industries, for Germany. Why did the Germans control Tsingtao? Following the murder of two German missionaries in 1898, the government of China granted a 99-year lease of the colony of Tsingtao in order to appease the Germans. As a result, Germany built the port and naval base that consisted of 4,000 troops.
What led to the siege of Tsingtao? On August 6, 1914, the British requested naval assistance from Japan to hunt down German ships. Japan gladly agreed, as it would aid for the destiny of Japan. To honor their alliance with Britain, the Japanese government sent an ultimatum to Germany on August 15, 1914. The ultimatum demanded that Germany surrender control of their largest overseas naval bases, Tsingtao, which was located on China's Shantung Peninsula. They also demanded Germany to remove all their ships from Japanese and Chinese waters. Japan had always had its ambitions and felt that Germany and China was a threat to its interests. The Siege of Tsingtao. On August 23rd, Japan declared war on Germany for they did not respond to the ultimatum. Britain contributed 2 battalions, adding to Japan's force of 60,000. They started their assault that would breach China's neutrality. So, with around 20,000 Japanese troops, along with supporting troops from Britain, they began to bombard the port. Troops soon were able to go home because on November 7th, the German troops at Tsingtao surrendered. The siege of Tsingtao lasted for 2 months. Aftermath of Tsingtao. Japan used this opportunity to gain good relationships with the Allies, and against their rival, they asserted their supremacy on China, humiliating them with demands. Japan also took indirect control of China. With the help of the exploitation of China, Japan's economy began to boom. After the war, Japan was given control of the Pacific Islands. China did not revert to their own control until 1922.
For everyone that stayed around and listened to the entire presentation, I would just say to thank you for taking time out of your day to listening to us talk about Tsingtao in Japan. And I hope you guys have a great day.